Hello, YouTube. How we doing today? What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday, and welcome back to Days Gone on the Spawnicus Rex channel. How the fuck are you, folks? All right, who do we need to say hello to this evening? Check it out, James Guan, first one in the chat. Yo, what's up, James Guan? And Heidi is with us. Look at Miss Heidi popping in early this evening. Hello, ma'am. We also have Scott with us. What's up, Scott? And Mr. Johnson, 487 and 8-Bit Terror. Good evening, everyone. Hello. Check it out. Nightbot is on the clock. Good job, Nightbot. All right. Hi. Welcome in. As you're coming in, folks, please make sure that you hit like. Make sure that you're on like live messages or what is it? Live messages, all messages, live chat, something I don't even know. It's different depending on what platform you're on. I'm on live chat right now since I'm on PC. Okay, so in the last episode, we really weren't doing anything special. In fact, I was floundering a bit, suffering from a bit of confusion because we're doing things outside the way I normally do it. Like the method that I show for getting leveled up early, the method that I show for clearing the map efficiently, that's like the way that I play Days Gone. That, like when I'm showing y'all those tutorial videos and when I'm making those tutorial videos and showing y'all the tips and tricks, like I'm just showing you how I clear the map every time. And I kind of do it the same way over and over and over. And so now that I'm really trying to change things up, I don't have a plan. I'm just kind of running around doing stuff, trying to find new ways of experiencing the game. It's the only reason we're running a crossbow. It's like I actually don't like the crossbow. I just really don't have much use for it. But I've committed to doing a full playthrough, mostly with it in the special slot. Again, just to do something different and see if I shake something else loose. Oh, shit, Heidi. Happy Easter. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah, right on. Thanks. Let's also say hello to Richard Cranium, and Khan is with us. Hello, Khan. Oh, your Wi-Fi is acting shitty. Oh, bummer, man. Yeah, Scott, absolutely. The early game tips, like for me, I like for people to watch the how to get your SMP9 as early as possible video, and then learn the early game tips that I show in that video. And then once you have your SMP9, you actually should just go play the game. You know, like forget watching tutorials and tips and tricks and stuff, because in that how to get your SMP9 early video, that shows you the hidden loot locations that you have access to in the early game. So like that gives you places you can go to get grenades and attractor bombs and pipe bombs and Molotovs and proximity mines and shit, that you can just go get them whenever you need them. And so I really think if someone follows that video just to get the SMP9 unlocked, and then just take off and play the game your way, you're pretty well set up at that point. Oh, check it out. Thrash Monkey is here, and Gary Cox and Mikey. What's going on, Thrash Monkey, Gary Cox, and Mikey? How y'all doing? Welcome, welcome. Okay, yeah, so let's actually go do some stuff. Again, like I said, I don't have a plan for clearing the map if I'm doing it outside the way that I normally do it. I know last episode we finished up clearing the White King mine over here, but somehow I failed to save my progress of going in and getting the Nero injector there, which again, it's New Game Plus. It doesn't matter. We have all the injectors, but I still want to clear that off the map. And we have this infestation zone over here as well. I guess we could go do that. Clear these Nero injectors off the map. There's an ambush camp over here that we haven't done yet, so we could go and do that and get this other Nero injector as well. I think I want to do, well, I kind of want to just do it the way I normally do it, and we'll go get this ambush camp first. That'll clear the fog off of the map. For those of you that don't know, again, we're giving early game tips here. When you remove the ambush camps, when you clear the ambush camps, that's what clears the fog off of the map for you. And then, of course, clearing the fog reveals the exact location of every nest. Each nest in its exact location, and also the exact location of all the Nero injectors. And those are populated on the map, again, by clearing the fog, by clearing ambush camps. So let's go do that first. fighting the first breaker without the SMP9 is a bitch. Well, really, on that first breaker, you should be using an MG45 because during that mission to fight the first breaker, there are Ripper heavies that are carrying MG45 rifles. And of course, if you have saddlebags on the bike, you can pick up an MG45 off of one of those Ripper heavies, and then you can just refill it from your saddlebag, and you have like an infinite supply of ammo for a fucking MG45. And then with the breaker, if you're looking around at his area, the map where he's at, there are bear traps and explosive boxes all over the place. So what you do is you lay down the bear traps right beside an explosive box, and then he gets trapped. Idiot. He gets trapped in the bear trap, which puts him in a stunned status, and then he's just standing there beside the explosive box. So you use the MG45 to explode the box and then hammer on him for a minute with that fucking MG45 while he's on fire and still trapped in the bear trap. So yeah, that first breaker, it's nice to have the SMP9 against that breaker, but really you should be using the MG45. And the bear traps and explodey boxes. Oh, Gary, I see your comment there. We'll take a look at that in just a minute. Trying not to text while driving. Did we kill him? Wow. I do love the little stubby as a sidearm from the bike. It is actually quite effective. Like we didn't even have the targeting reticle zeroed in for a good shot. I just took the shot anyway to see if what would happen. And we fucking blew this guy away.
Help! I need help!
There we go.
Hey!
Okay, Gary. Playing now, just finishing up getting the last few bits done. Then you're going to restart with everything and just roam around kicking ass. Yeah, right on, man. Yeah, well, you didn't have that gun either. But after about 10 times, you finally got him. Yeah, just a lot of running around. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of how it is that first time. I think my first time playing Days Gone, my very first playthrough, when I got to that first breaker boss, I did notice that the Ripper heavies dropped an MG45, and I was like, oh my God, they dropped a real fucking rifle, a real gun, like an actual machine gun. Yes, I scooped it up immediately, and actually ran most of the rest of that playthrough. I had the MG45 in my special weapons slot. So it holds a special place in my heart. But I noticed that on the first playthrough. I was like, shit, yeah, we're picking up this MG45. And then so when I got to the breaker boss, I noticed the bear traps. I noticed the explodey boxes, but at that time I really wasn't using bear traps much. I still don't. But at that point, I had pretty much completely disregarded the bear traps as useless. So I didn't really even look at the bear traps. I had an MG45 in my hand, and I saw the explosive boxes. So I just kind of ran him around, leading him past all of the explosive boxes. I'd light up a box and then hammer on him with that MG45 for a few seconds. Actually, I went the wrong way. I know exactly how I want to enter this camp. Oh shit, another survivor risk. Oh, I see. This is a survivor facing off against freaks. Gotcha. Telling you, man, I do love this little stubby as a sidearm from the bike.
Hold on.
I have a little bit of muscle memory coming through from Dragon's Dogma. In Dragon's Dogma, circle is how you interact with things. So every time I'm trying to interact with something or pick something up, I crouch. Circle is not pick up in this game. Circle is crouch in this game.
Mark Copeland, it's safe there.
Oh, I was done for.
Oh, yeah, using explosives and ducking through the rocks and stuff, yeah.
So much. Oh, man.
Mikey, not exactly. I wouldn't say that the little stubby is the most powerful sidearm. It may technically have the highest damage. If we go look at a weapons locker and compare it to the other sidearms, it may technically have the highest damage, but I don't know, like, I don't know the stats on it that well, honestly. I don't know the stats, but I just know from using it, it is very effective, especially when you're shooting from the bike. It is very effective. It's great against runners that are chasing you. Like you saw there, it's great against, like, even a small swarm of shit. What about a half dozen freakers came up on us and I just blasted right through them with the little stubby. It helps if you have the challenge mode patch that increases your range and accuracy when shooting from the bike. It does help having that, but it's not necessary, because when I first discovered how awesome the little stubby is, I did not have that patch unlocked at that time.
Hello, squatter camp.
Squatter camp.
Sons of bitches have been setting up ambushes.
We're gonna go in their
Yeah.
back door.
Near beacon. Okay, where is it?
Let's go ahead and top off the bike. Patch her up real quick.
Let's go.
I think there is a fuel can around here as well. We'll grab that fuel can and fill the fuel tank up. I don't think we need much though. It's like 86%. It's one of those things where it's kind of just like, I want to keep the habit of putting fuel in the bike all the time. Because the worst thing, like, you get late game where you have the badass fuel tanks on there and you rarely ever need to fill up. That's when I forget. I run out of gas more often with the maxed out fuel tank just because I forget to fuel up.
Done.
Gooby, welcome in. Talking about patches. You're almost done with all the challenges. Nice, only 5 left. Outstanding. So you have are you getting gold in all of them, or just trying to earn patches in general?
Yes, neuro injector.
All right, so some of these ambush camps will have a secret way in. You go, like, you find a back door, you go on in around back, you come through here, and you'll see that they've set up a for you. There's a bunch of freakers hanging in this narrow little pass right here. And there's a couple of ways to do this. You can just push through here, and sometimes one of them will attack you. One of them is actually alive and it will attack you. But to avoid that, there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can use any silent weapon. You can use a crossbow bolt from the crossbow. You could perhaps put a suppressor on one of your firearms, and that will allow, as long as you shoot one of these, any one of them, it doesn't matter, shoot one of these and kill it, then you won't get attacked. But something that I only learned recently, you can also use a rock for the same thing. If you throw a rock at one of these, you will disable the trap. So listen closely. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this or not, but let's try it. Quite often you can hear an actual growl when you kill the freaker, so you know you've made a hit on one of them. So listen closely and see if we get that sound effect. There we go. You heard the freaker make its little sound. So now we have disabled this freaker trap, and we should be able to move through here unaffected. No jump scare. Now, normally, I come through here with a suppressor on the SMP-9, and I'm just popping headshots left and right with the SMP-9. I actually don't have a plan for how I'm going to clear this camp right now with the crossbow and other weapons. I mean, I know the crossbow, yeah, it's useful.
There's one.
That should have been a headshot, but wasn't. That should have been a headshot, but wasn't. Let's just see what else happens. Here's a guy way over here. Let's see what holdover point we need. Nah, he's already in motion. I don't think we can make that shot. Okay, never mind. There's one way up there, one coming around the corner here. Get him to stand still for a minute. We'll try a shot on him. Oh, you are trying to get gold in all of them. Nice. Okay. Get the full benefits from the patches. Yeah, I hear you, man. Okay. Also, not a headshot. Oh, look, I see one way down there. Sure wish I had a gun with a scope on it. Oh, that was a headshot. Okay.
How do you like that?
Interesting. Oh, there's 5 of them. Nice and quiet. Mikey, that's a good question. And I'll answer that in just a second. And let's see. Scott says, after watching your videos, had to reload it from where we first get to O'Leary Mountain. Needed that gun. And you were already at Diamond Lake. Damn, okay. Wow. I mean, you could have gone and got it then, but, you know, just go kill 4 hordes then. But yeah, it does help having that SMP-9 in the early game. Oh, and Gary, you missed the, oh, you'd already picked up the fuses. Oh, wow. Yeah, Gooby, you're right, actually. There's no wrong place to turn in those bounties. However, there can be a right place to turn in your bounties. And the correct answer really is turn them in wherever you want a boost to your trust. You really don't need credits. Most of the time, you'll get credits just by doing missions and stuff like that. But if you're selling meats and bounties, do it for the trust. Where you want to sell them at is anywhere that, let's just for example, let's say you're really close to level 2 at Iron Mike's. You only need like another 700 or 800 credits. Or I'm sorry, I mean to say trust. You only need 700 or 800 trust. And you'll be level 2 at Iron Mike's. That's where you sell your bounties. Use those bounties or meats, sell those items to get you over that little bump to level 2. That's really what you use meats and bounties for, is to get you over a threshold to the next trust level. And then aside from that, my advice is to... at a specific point in the game, when you get to Lost Lake, you've opened up Lost Lake, either take the SMP-9 or do missions for Lost Lake a little while until you can pick up the MG45. Either way, get to Lost Lake and use the SMP-9 or pick up an MG45 and go back to the Cascades and Belknap and kill all the hordes. Because at that point, when you reach Lost Lake, all of the hordes in the Cascades and Belknap are now available to you. So do whatever you want to do. Go kill all of those hordes. Use the hidden loot locations. Use the SMP-9. Use the MG45, whatever. Go kill all those hordes in the Cascades and Belknap, and then sell those bounties. I recommend, my personal recommendation, take those bounties to Tucker. Because if you get all of the hordes in the Cascades and Belknap, and you sell all of those bounties, pretty much all of them, to Tucker, you do a couple missions for her and you will have level 3. Especially if you give the drugs to Tucker, which I normally do, but that doesn't matter as much. You'll still get level 3 pretty early by doing that method. So there is a specific point early on where my personal recommendation is to kill a bunch of hordes and turn those bounties into Tucker's camp so that you can purchase your own MG45 with an extended magazine, because you can buy the magazine upgrade at level 3 at Tucker's Camp. Excuse me. So yeah, I recommend doing that. And then otherwise use the meats and bounties just to get you over a threshold where you're trying to hit the next trust level at that camp. And then lastly, I would say this is a little more of an advanced technique, but when you hit the point where you do the riding nomad again mission, when you get to that point where you're about to go south to meet the militia for the first time, I recommend saving up as many meats and bounties as you possibly can. Max out your inventory on bounties if you can, and then keep all of those bounties with you until you go south into the militia areas. Because then, if you have like 999 bounties, that's the max you can carry. You have 999 bounties in your inventory. When you go to those southern militia camps, you can start trading with them, and you already have like hundreds of bounties to sell there as soon as you roll up on them. And it doesn't make like a massive difference, but it does give you, you can get to level 2 pretty easily. Whatever camp you take the bounties to, you'll get to level 2 pretty easily. You'll have some starting credits there and stuff like that. So I like it myself. That's how I do it. So yeah, I guess that's the 3 things I would say about selling meats and bounties. Number 1, just sell them where you want a boost. Wherever you want to get over a little threshold to the next trust level. That's the number 1 place to sell them. The second place to sell bounties is when you get to Lost Lake, go back to Cascades and Belknap and kill all the hordes up there. I recommend selling those bounties to Tucker so that you can buy an MG45. And then late game, before you do the riding nomad mission, hang on to all of your bounties and turn them in when you get down south to the militia camps. So I know that's a really long, complicated answer to what seems like a simple question, but there's a lot that goes into it because there's different points in the story where the meats and bounties will be useful for different things. So we've only got 2 left. I know there's generally one, like basically right over there on the other side of those rocks. I don't know where the other one is. Look, I actually don't know where they're at. I know we should have one right here. There's always one standing right here.
Go.
I actually do not know where the last one is. I was really kind of hoping to clear the camp completely in stealth with like just silent crossbow shots, but I have no idea where the next enemy is at. Possible it's one where they haven't come up out of the bunker, but I don't know if this is one of the camps that does that. Crossbow bolt. It is nice getting your crossbow bolts back. That is nice. There's another one right there. I've learned to not craft new bolts until I have looted the bodies, because I would here's another one right here. Several times I had I'd clear a camp and then craft crossbow bolts, fill up my crossbow bolts, and then I'd go around looting the bodies and be like, oh, this one had a bolt, and this one had a bolt, and this one had a bolt. You motherfuckers. I may just have to go loud and fire off a shot or two and draw them out. I actually don't know where they're at. Weird. There he is.
That's it. You're done.
There we go.
How do you like that, huh? Being ambushed, you like that? You murdering sons of bitches.
All right. So let me catch up with chat.
This is Radio Free Oregon. The truth.
Oh, Gomer Black Magic. Hey, man, what's going on? Welcome in, buddy. Yeah, running the crossbow. Yeah. We'll give it a little try. Yeah. We need to say hello to Andrew Martinez. Hello, Andrew. Welcome, welcome. Oh, man, your brother passed away 2 weeks ago? No way, dude. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry for your loss, brother. Damn. And thank you for joining us. Yeah, hopefully we can maybe, I don't know, entertain you a little bit, take your mind off of it maybe. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. Let's see. Thrash Monkey. Little Stubby with the patch for the bike is kind of like cheating. Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, Lance is here. Lance. Rah. What's up, man? Let's see. Scott asks, so what do you think is the hardest part of the game? Unless you don't want to give out spoilers. No, that's cool. What am I drinking tonight? I'm actually drinking one of my daughter's Monster Energy drinks. We put these in, this flavor is in the fridge for her, but I'm like, it's Friday night. I'm doing a Days Gone stream. Might stay up a little late tonight. Fuck it, I'll have a Monster. I might do a bit of whiskey later. Scott, I want to answer your question. Short Round 007 has joined us. He's been a member for 9 months, man. Hold on to your potatoes. 9 months, but I've been here over a year. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. For real. I appreciate your continued support. Okay, so Scott is asking, what do I think is the hardest part of the game? That's another one that's kind of a multi-part answer. You've asked a really good question when it's like the answer has multiple parts to it, right? Oh shit, hey, check it out. 8-Bit Terror, been a member for 11 months. Not to get into a pissing contest, but so the hardest part of the game. I would say kind of the obvious answer there is Lexi Price, been here for 5 months. Been a member for 5 months. Thank you, Lexi. You guys are awesome. All right, so the hardest part of the game, I would say, is kind of the obvious answer would be just the earliest hours. The early game, like before you even reach Tucker's camp, when 2 or 3 freakers is a deadly serious threat. When one single pack of wolves is a deadly serious threat. That's like the hardest part of the game. For me personally, once you have unlocked the SMP-9, things get a lot easier. And once you get down to Lost Lake and get the opportunity to unlock the auto shotgun, things get even easier. So I'd say like the first few hours is really the hardest part, where you're struggling with no good weapons, low ammo. Oh my God. Stickman4131, been a member for 8 months. Gotta chime in too. And Joe Schmo0216, member for 11 months. Holy shit, it's almost been a year since the memberships opened. Damn. Love this place. Yeah, man. Thanks, guys, really. I really do appreciate the continued support. That's kind of literally what makes us able to keep doing this. And let's see. Also need to say hello to JX2. Welcome. Well, hey, I'm glad you're here, man. Thank you for joining us this evening. And Will G3 is here. Will, what's up, man? I'm good, buddy. How are you? It's been a good day, actually. Okay, so we were asking in my opinion, what is the hardest part of the game? So like I said, obviously the early hours where you are meant to struggle and feel underpowered. But then aside from that, the toughest fight in the game for me, and this is kind of funny, but the toughest fight for me on my first playthrough was the first story mission horde, the Kimult train station horde, the one you do with Curry, Captain Corey, where you unlock the napalm Molotovs. For me, that was the most difficult mission in the game. And it's funny because I had already been killing hordes. My first playthrough, I'm only estimating, I don't recall, honestly. But on my first playthrough, by the time I got to that first story mission horde, I had probably killed at least a dozen hordes, because I know for sure that I had cleared all of the hordes in the Cascades, Belknap, and Lost Lake. I know for a fact I had cleared all of those hordes before moving south, because I cleared the map entirely before moving south. So that's, fuck, how many hordes is that? We have, in the Cascades, we have, there's 8 available here total. In Belknap, we have, what is that, 7, I think? Yeah, 7 in this area. That's 15 right there. And, well, we can't see Lost Lake yet because we're super early, but it's what, like 6 hordes in Lost Lake?
7. Well, including the sawmill.
If you include the sawmill, which, all right, we'll go a little further with this. So not including the sawmill,
6.
there's 6 hordes in Lost Lake. So that's 8, 7, and 6. That's 21 hordes right there. I know for a fact I had killed 21 hordes before moving south. That's more than half of the ones in the game. Now, get this. I also know for a fact I had cleared the sawmill horde before I moved south. There was a horde there. I didn't know it was a story mission. There was a horde there. I went and killed them. I may have done the Iron Butte horde, but I'm not certain about that one. I didn't really explore Iron Butte much on the first playthrough, so I cannot say with certainty if I had killed that horde or not. But I am absolutely certain, I remember it clearly now, I had cleared Cascades, Belknap, and Lost Lake of all hordes. That's 21 right there, including the sawmill horde. That's 22 hordes. One of them being the fucking sawmill. I had cleared all of those hordes before moving south. And I still say that the most difficult mission in the game for me was the first story mission horde at the Tumult train station, because they drop you into that fight with no warning, no chance to change your loadout, no heads up that, hey, you're about to go fight a fucking horde now. There was no warning and no chance to change my loadout. You do the mission for the Wizard Island Witch. I'll try to avoid spoilers. You do the mission for the Wizard Island Witch to go capture a live newt. So you set out with whatever weapons you carry with you to go capture a live newt. I don't even know what I had with me, but I didn't have my horde killing gear with me. So they drop you into that first horde mission. I don't even know. I don't remember what guns I had on me. I think I was low on supplies. And so, all right, so it's my fault for being low on supplies. I shouldn't have been low on supplies. But we had just been betrayed by Schizo fairly recently at that point. I hadn't quite recovered from that yet, because I hadn't found all the hidden loot locations yet. So, I mean, I went into that first horde fight very low on gear with a shitty loadout of weapons. I was not ready to go in and kill a horde. And I actually wound up having to rage quit out of it. I tried probably at least half a dozen times, 7 or 8 times, and just kept dying. And finally I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to quit out of it, and I'll load an earlier save so that I can change my loadout before I go in. And that's what I did. I loaded an earlier save. I went and gathered up some crafting materials, filled up my inventory, picked some better weapons. And then I went to do the mission where you capture a live newt for the Wizard Island Witch. And that time I pretty much breezed through it. It was only like 1 or 2 tries and I was good to go. Because I had been killing hordes, man. I already knew the tactics and the techniques and stuff that works. And I just could not beat that fucking horde with the gear I had on me and the loadout that I had on me at that time. So, long answer to, again, what should be a simple question. The very first story mission horde was the hardest battle in the game for me, simply because, you go in with no warning and no chance to change your loadout. Anyway, we were doing some stuff, weren't we? I need to say hello to James Smith. The Tumult horde was the first one you dared because you had to. You just kept running away, yeah. Oh, Heidi has now been a member for 3 months. Only been a member for 3 months. I was here from the beginning. That's right. Heidi is one of my OG original gangster channel supporters. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you for sticking around so long. We need to say hello to Old Lady Deek Geek. Hello, ma'am. Hardest part is the Deacon slow walking. That's the hardest part on subsequent playthroughs. If you play it again multiple times, that's the hard part. Yeah, definitely. Let's see. Stickman says the point of sending you to that horde without time to change. Yeah, it is. It's kind of to force you to use the napalm Molotovs. I would agree with that. Yeah, and I guess so, because there at Corey's bike, you can pick some up, because otherwise you have no way to, like, have them in your inventory before that fight. So, yeah, it might be kind of forcing you into doing that. Borislav 24/7. Borislav, what's up, man? Welcome in, bud. Welcome in. I saw somebody talking about you on the Days Gone subreddit just earlier today. I think they had used some of your videos to get gold in some of the challenges. Imagine that. So, Borislav, for you, man, let's talk the main game. Not necessarily challenge mode, but the main game. For you, what's the hardest part? What would you say is the hardest part of Days Gone? On the main story version. All right, so now that we have cleared the fog, we've cleared this ambush camp and removed the fog from this area, we now know where pretty much everything is at. Let's head north and start doing some infestation zones. The rock methods. I'm not even familiar with those. I don't think I've seen those videos yet. Melissa S. Hello, ma'am. Welcome in. Oh, yeah. Heidi loving this community from the other side of the globe. Yeah? No, what am I looking at? Okay. One sec. Claire's showing me something. Yeah, Heidi coming at us from Norway. Cheers, Heidi. Is that on our Discord? Okay. Heidi's just made a post on the Discord. Let me put a link to the Discord in the chat real quick. Here we go. Folks, if y'all would like to hang out with us while we're not streaming, like if you'd like to keep the chat going and hang out with other members of the community even while we're not streaming, hop on to our Discord there. All your friends are doing it. Ooh, Gomer Black Magic. That's a good one. I don't think about that very often anymore, but yeah, that's actually a really good point. The fight with Carlos, man. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That one was challenging for me in the early game, but it is kind of just a, learn his patterns and dodge and strike and dodge and strike and stuff. But it's really not fair to say that, because if you don't have much stamina, if you haven't been putting points into your stamina, yeah, man, that first fight with Carlos, that's going to be a bitch of a time. Absolutely. I just realized I filled up my bolts, crafted bolts, and this one had, that corpse had another bolt for me, dummy. You were not prepared with the stamina. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's funny, having played Lies of P, it actually did improve my melee skills. The last time I did Carlos, after having played Lies of P, I really didn't have much trouble with it at all. Or I felt like I didn't. I think it only took us 1 or 2 tries. Yeah, see, that can be a tough question to answer. I know, man. Okay, that's a good answer. The infestation zones with the bloody birds before you started using the burning bolts on them. Yeah, agreed. And also, like, before you learn that their cry is your audio cue to dodge roll. As soon as you hear them make that noise, you dodge roll to avoid their swoop attack. Hey, Mega Man, the Blue Lion. What's up, Mega Man? Come on in here, bud. How are you? Stickman, how to recognize a strictly average skilled gamer who's a Borislav 24/7 follower. Well, they would have gold medals in all the sub-challenges. but no overall gold scores. The gold is very challenging in the challenges. And Andrew says, for me, I never go out at night. I heard that, man. Especially for new players and during the early game, I recommend not going out at night. I mean, sure, it's like the world is more interesting at night, for sure. There is that. But for me, I don't feel comfortable going out at night until I have the auto shotgun unlocked. And then that's only because the auto shotgun has such incredibly high ammo capacity.
What's this?
You know, 16 round drum magazine and 64 rounds in reserve when you first unlock it. Then it's like you really can kind of just blast away. And by that point, by the time I unlock the auto shotgun, I've got at least 2 levels of saddlebag, I think. 1 or 2 levels of saddlebags. So I can keep that auto shotgun full.
If anyone's drinking wine or anything right now, go on the Discord.
It's funny. Yeah, Heidi had just posted that she's sitting there drinking a glass of wine, holding it up while she's watching the stream. And so Claire just said cheers with her own glass of wine. She's sitting there at the other computer having a glass of wine herself.
Anyone who's drinking right
Yeah, if you have a drink right now, if you're drinking something, say cheers. Pop up on the Discord and share a picture of your drink in front of this stream. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, Carlos can still be tricky. I mean, I still fuck it up all the time. I'm not that great at melee. I don't use much melee in Days Gone, so it's not something that's just natural for me anyway. So yeah, shit, sometimes I still struggle with Carlos. Ooh, sorry. Steve Elliman, what's up, man? Welcome. All right, let's go get those infestations, those nest. Oh, Melissa, you having a little glass of rosé while you watch the stream? Nice. I'm gonna pop over there on the Discord and share it with us. Quite reach her from there. Yeah, see, the little stubby is badass. I kind of meant to look at, sorry guys, I was going to show in the weapons locker the stats on the little stubby compared to other weapons. What the hell did I just hear? That sounded like a fucking car horn. Oh, okay, that's in real life. I was like, why am I hearing a car horn in Days Gone? What the anyway.
Raiders, damn it. What, are you waiting to jump me? Huh?
No suppressor. And instead, let's do this.
Someone's down!
Wrong button. Shit, I'm pressing the Last of Us buttons. Trying to reload by pulling the trigger. I know that doesn't work. I do love using the terrain to block their line of sight. Are we hitting the rock, maybe? There we go. Richard Cranium, cheers, man. With your lovely little Glencairn glass there. A bit of whiskey in it. What are you drinking tonight? Lexi Price, welcome, welcome. My cousin is hosting dinner. Oh, you brought a cucumber salad. Short round, I'm on my 3rd bottle of Mickey's. Ah, shit. Oh, you haven't had a drink in 3 weeks, but your liver and kidneys are thanking you. Yeah. Yeah. Scott Rex is shooting freakers and I'm shooting Jameson. Woo! Ooh, some Four Roses small batch. My brother has told me that's pretty good. He's the person that introduces me to most of my good whiskeys. Young lady, are you playing Red Dead Redemption? You said you were going to be working.
I'm waiting for our chief editor to get them.
Oh, you're waiting for our chief editor to get done with what he's doing so you can work?
In the chat like he's not.
Okay. Well, he says he's working. He says he's got to get back. Yeah, see, Stickman4131 says back to work for me, too.
Wait a minute.
James Smith, I see your question. And yeah, really, it is fine. I would encourage you, if you want people to actually watch it, put it on our Discord. Share a link to that channel on the Discord, maybe on the Days Gone channel on the Discord. We have a channel on our Discord just for discussing Days Gone stuff. Pop it on there. I absolutely don't mind. I don't consider that competition or whatever. I consider that collaboration. So if there's another person that's making really good Days Gone content, yeah, man, share their info on our Discord. Because we have a lot of like our hardcore Days Gone fans hang out there on our Discord. And I know they're always happy to see new Days Gone content. So yeah, 100%. Did I not set this as a destination? I did. Okay, I should have gone up the other side of the lake. In fact, I think we are going to go up the other side of the lake. I like using that first shot to stagger them and make them roll, and then using a follow-up shot to kill them. That's how I normally handle wolves. These days, that's how I normally handle it. Have I missed saying hi to anybody? Oh, JX2 has a question. Which is better in stealth, suppressors or crossbows? And the answer to that question will be different for each person you ask. Because I'd say it would depend, does that person like the crossbow? Well, they're going to tell you the crossbow is best for stealth. Because you don't have to worry about buying ammo for it. You can just craft ammo. You don't have to worry about buying suppressors for it. It's always silent. You don't have to worry about finding suppressors out in the world. It's always silent. So people who enjoy running the crossbow will tell you the crossbow is better for stealth. I'm not one of those people. I will tell you it's just as easy to get suppressors because you should absolutely just be buying suppressors from camp. Why would you not? But yeah, for me, I would rather have firearms because to me, especially like a scoped rifle, one of the sniper rifles is infinitely more accurate than the crossbow. And if you cannot score consistent headshot kills, well, you're just alerting people when you miss. So Yeah, for me personally, it's always going to be just put a fucking suppressor on your sidearm. Or a suppressor on your sniper rifle, or a suppressor on your primary. Why would you not?
Because you've got the auto shotgun, you can't put suppressor on that bad bitch.
Yeah, because you're running the auto shotgun, which can't be suppressed. But yeah, like, I mean, the SMP-9 with a suppressor on it, you can absolutely clear ambush camps all day long with that thing. Because if you just do a quick tap of the trigger, it's going to be a single fire shot anyway. So, I mean, you get nice, quiet, precise headshots all day long like that. Hi. Just hanging out looking cute? What's up? I hate it for you. That sounds like a real tragedy. I don't know if y'all heard what she said. She's sitting there giving me all sad puppy dog eyes, saying that her Red Dead Redemption 2 save didn't upload to the cloud, so she can't play Red Dead Redemption 2 right now until I upload her save to the cloud. Well, I just hate it for you.
So horrible. I hate you. Tell everyone that you're horrible.
She says I'm horrible and she hates me. Whatever. All right, folks, y'all want to watch me? Can I do this? I don't think we're showing anything personal on here. It's just save files and shit. Yeah, we're all right. I'm going to switch over to her account real quick, and we're going to upload her Red Dead Redemption save to the cloud or something. Here we go. Yeah, this one. Get my muscle memory for it. It would be PS4, wouldn't it?
Not delete.
So you want me to delete your save, right? You can tell this is like a house of gamers, right? Because like we're literally interrupting kind of a money-making gig here to just upload some shit so she can game over there. You're welcome, baby.
Thank you, everyone. Also, thank you.
Oh yeah, she wasn't thanking me. She was thanking y'all for bearing. What the fuck are you doing? Are you uploading the shit or not? It's asked me like 3 times, and it's for each individual save slot, I suppose. It's been a while since I've uploaded a PS4 game. Fucking hell. Oh shit.
Sorry.
Captain Caffeine popped in, just dropping in. Gotta go. All right, Cap. Later, buddy. And I think I missed saying hi to somebody else. Did I say hi to Melissa? I don't think I've said hello to Melissa S. Welcome in, if I did not. Have I missed saying hi to anybody? Good Lord, that's like 35 items. Why are we transferring 35 items? 4 hours later. Anyway,
Sorry.
no, it's all good. I actually don't know why it's so many items.
It must be, like you say, it must be the...
Multiple saves, like several auto saves. It's 35. It says we're uploading 35 items. I should have just gone in. I tend to forget on PlayStation 4 cloud saves, you can actually go in and transfer each individual save file. I should have just gone in and picked your most current save.
Been on 18 seconds for like 18 seconds.
Yeah. This shouldn't take much longer, guys. Sorry. Oh, Dandy Denny 07. I have not said hello to Dandy Denny 07. Suppressors also don't unlock as early in the game as the crossbow. Now, that is also accurate. But if you are following my guides, you'll have level 2 at Copeland's camp really, really stupid early. And then you can just buy suppressors for primary, sidearm, and special. Once you hit level 2 at his camp, you can buy suppressors for all 3 categories. Oh, and I see the question about the co-ops. Okay. I don't have any scheduled right now. We absolutely will be doing more of those. I fucking love doing those multiplayer gaming sessions with y'all. So I absolutely intend to continue that real soon. I haven't scheduled any dates for it yet. I figured we'd take a couple weeks off, and then put some more on the schedule. Gauntlet. Yeah. How much is Gauntlet right now? Let's pop into the PlayStation Store real quick. I know there is a version that's available on here, and I had actually thought that sounded like fun. Dude, it's only $5 right now. Well, holy shit. I'm putting that in the cart right now. Yeah. But, yeah, shit, yeah. Hang on 1 second. I'm actually, I'm not going to put this in the cart while we're live. I'm going to pop to the pause screen really, really quick. We're not doing intermission. Don't fucking go anywhere.
I'll just send you a text.
Just send me a text to remind me? Okay. She's going to send me a text to remind me. I'll save that for later. But yeah, dude, Gauntlet's only $5 right now. If y'all want to grab that as something we can do in our multiplayer sessions, go on and grab it. That's a killer price. And yeah, we'll definitely put it on the roster. Let me know. Yeah, short round. Yeah, $5. Okay, yeah. Yeah, folks, if y'all are interested, grab that. Let me know. Hit me up. And we'll play that one because I had been interested in playing that. Okay, we were trying to go north on this road. Yeah, there is a setting to auto-upload saves, but we actually don't use that sometimes because we, you know, like, I like to have manual control over that stuff because there may be, like, games that use autosave features. I may not necessarily want to go off of the most current save. So, yeah, we often turn that off. And a lot of times it just doesn't fucking work like it should, which is frustrating. Oh, missed that headshot.
God damn it, that's gotta be close.
That should have been a headshot. Fuck it. All right. Well, let's go get the other nest in this area. Maxed out. Do I need to craft anything? Could craft one of those. I want. Oh yeah, short round. Thanks for answering that question. Yeah, it's an Gauntlet is like there is an old school like arcade version of it that was really fun. You had like a fighter and a wizard and like, I don't remember what else, a little dwarf that you could play. He would like use axes, I think. And there was a chick that used a bow. And it's just kind of an old school swords and axes and magic and stuff type game. Now, this one is the one that's at the cemetery. This is the one that's at near Grotto Caves. That's the one that's in Grotto Caves. Okay, I'm kind of remembering what we're doing here now. Let's head up to this one first. Do I need this? I probably don't need this, do I? Oh, this dude's over here bugging out. You know, interestingly enough, a motorcycle does not stop running just because you shoot someone off of it. Would it stall if you were in gear? It might. It might. But if it doesn't stall out, then the engine's still running. That's the thing is like you have to be aware of that in like a motorcycle accident or something. You know, the engine's still running Tire's still spinning. Let's see. There was a question. Isn't there a horde in Grotto Caves? Not yet. That horde does not spawn in until after you reach Lost Lake. That's when that horde starts spawning in for the first time, I believe. I know the Grotto Caves horde is one that's kind of weird. It may be there, like, it gets story locked at one point, I think. So there's like one moment where you would expect it to be there, but they're not because it's story locked. That was a sloppy throw. But yeah, on the Days Gone subreddit, there is a post that has been stickied to the top of the subreddit that shows exactly when every single horde spawns. Heavy spoilers, be aware, since many of the hordes are connected to like story missions. There will be spoilers in that post, but that post will tell you exactly when every single horde is available, including this Grotto Caves horde, which gets unlocked when you reach Lost Lake, and then it's again story locked later. I don't remember the details of exactly when. I'm sorry. Right, when you go south, it's locked, but that's because you're in the southern regions.
Final radio.
Oh wow, okay. IDFK. Well, hello. I initially saw that and read it as IDKFA, which, if you know what that is, you're as big of a fucking nerd as I am. Especially if you remember it 30 years later. IDKFA was the cheat code to refill your ammo and give you all weapons and all ammo and stuff in the original Doom. 1993 Doom.
Inside the cave.
So I saw your username there, IDFK, and immediately read it as IDKFA,
Looks like an ejector.
which was an old school video game
Good
cheat.
shit.
And Jeremy McGee, what's up, man? And let's see, Gomer Black Magic asking, have I seen any of MXT's current playthrough? He's playing a no skill point playthrough. I have watched a couple of his videos, some of his live streams. I like popping in on MXT's live streams because he's fucking hilarious. That dude cracks me up, man. I was at work watching one of his live streams recently, and I was sitting there just giggling, having a good time, cracking up. And somebody popped up in the comments and was like, hey, this is good gameplay, but you should stop talking so much. It really, like, he says something about, like, it really breaks the immersion or something. And I was like, I typed in the chat, I said, bullshit. Bullshit. MXT, you're fucking hilarious, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'm sitting here cracking up because of your commentary. Don't tell this fool to don't let him tell you to stop talking. You're fucking funny, man. Kind of pissed me off for MXT a little bit. It's like, because I do this a lot. It's like, well, I mean, there are no commentary playthroughs. If you're the type of person that you just can't stand to have a streamer talking while you're watching gameplay, go watch a no commentary video. You know, go watch a no commentary playthrough. There are plenty of those available. Or go play it yourself. If you're here watching me play it, you're here to watch me play it my way. Conversation and all. You know, so, I mean, I was kind of offended for MXT. But I haven't got to watch enough of his stream to see how he's doing it with no skills. I do think that's interesting. That's got to be tough. Marius, Adrian, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's see. I really wanted to get that nest down there at the cemetery, but I kind of forgot. Let's go do that first. Then we'll come up here and get this Nero checkpoint. That dude is still running after us. Really? All right. Man, this little stubby is great. Seriously. Oh yeah, we were going to check the stats on it. I'll try to remember when we get up here and unlock this next little Nero checkpoint. We'll try to remember to have a look at the stats on the little stubby and compare it to the other sidearms in the game. Can you shoot through this fence? Looks like you can. It's interesting. Do they run all the way around to the gate? They don't try to jump the
There'll be
fence?
less freaks around here now.
It's interesting that they don't climb the fence there. Do they? No, they don't. They just come from the gate. Oh, Gomer Black Magic, your phone's dying? All right, man. Put that thing on the charger. Oh, yeah, Scott, absolutely. I mean, shit, that's... I like watching Claire when she does her antisocial playthroughs of Days Gone,
A lot of ammo left.
where she's, like, challenging herself to just live in the world and live off of the world. That's interesting to me because it's so very different from how I play. I want all the advantages. I want all the camps unlocked. I want all the guns I can get. I want all the being able to buy ammo everywhere. I want that shit. I don't want to play without it. The main problem for me with a antisocial playthrough is there's no way to pick up a sniper rifle that's worth a damn until like literally one of the last story missions in the game.
Truck out of the way.
Oh, Dandy Denny, you like to watch someone game as much as playing yourself? Yeah. Well, I mean, I get there's like younger sibling syndrome where you pretty much grew up just watching your older siblings play. Like, I didn't necessarily have that experience because video games weren't really a thing when my brother and I were young. Actually, let's just do one of these. You know, we didn't own a fucking video game system until we were older. But I had, like, friends and neighbors and stuff that actually fucking had money. They had video game systems. I remember seeing that, like the little brother or the little sister would always be sitting there holding the controller that's not plugged into anything. I think that's all of them at this location. Is it only 3 here? That feels right. And we'll know here in a second, won't we?
Good.
Dandy Danny, you gave an unplugged controller to your sister on Super Nintendo. Heck yeah.
There really better be something.
Yeah, short round. That's something I've been learning. I like to see other people's perspectives on these games. Like, not only like what their opinion is, but how they approach problem solving and stuff. I like to see that. Jeremy, yeah, you did the same thing to your sons. Heck yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all. Your kids, if you're a gamer, your kids grew up with a controller in their hand that wasn't plugged in, thinking they were playing the whole time. Short round. My phone is also dying, but I ain't leaving. Buying guns, you say? Oh, yeah, which reminds me, we'll camp till first light here, and then we'll take a look at the weapons locker, and we'll compare the little stubby to the other sidearms. Because there was a question in the chat a moment ago, is the little stubby like the most powerful sidearm, I think was the question. And I honestly don't know. I don't know the stats on the weapons that well. I just know which ones I like and what works well for my playstyle.
Ready to go back at it.
Yeah, that would have made it nighttime, I believe. Sounds like it. Nope, that made it 7:04 in the a.m. It is now first light. All right, so let's come over here to the gun locker. On this playthrough, I have all of the weapons unlocked. So this should be every sidearm available in the game. And if we're looking at the little stubby here, this is the level 4 little stubby that you get from Wizard Island Camp. So it's a late game version of it. And let's check the damage. Damage is red, like stats across the board. Even the shittiest pistol in the game, the stats are green across the board aside for damage. So let's take a look. Do any of the other sidearms match it for direct damage? Not so far, and I thought maybe the Eliminator might get close. The Mayor is close, which the Mayor is another weapon I really enjoy. So yeah, that is actually correct. The little stubby is in fact the highest damage potential of all sidearms. If you're looking at purely at direct damage, even the level 3 version of it isn't bad. If we equip this level 3 version real quick, you can see, let's compare it to like the Mayor. The Mayor's only a little bit better as far as damage specifically. But we use this level 4 version. Yeah, might as well fill them up. So yeah, that answers that question. The little stubby is in fact the highest damage of all the sidearms. Cool. I honestly didn't know. Like, I know that it does very high damage. It has really good damage. I knew that, of course, or I wouldn't be using it. But I did not know just how good. King, welcome in, King. The Uzi is the best sidearm, along with the Deagle. I do like the Eliminator. I've been let's swap out to it right now. I'm enjoying the wood grips on everything, like the wood stock on the crossbow, the wood stock on the chopper, the wood handle on the shotgun. Really kind of digging that thematically. And also, I love the way the chopper and the crossbow ride together with the axe there. None of them clip into each other, and it looks like they're actually sitting there naturally. So I just like the way they fit together. But I was running the Deagle. That's the Desert Eagle 45 here, or the Eliminator, as it's known. Also really good. I think Borislav 24/7 shows this in one of his challenge mode videos for sure. I think it's one of the bike chase challenges where you have this weapon. And he shows in there that it's pretty damn effective from the bike. You usually get like one-shot kills on most freakers with it. Oh, and look, it's got wood grips too. That's nice. That actually fits really well with this look because it's like silver and wood grips. All right, so let's use the Deagle. It's pretty accurate too. You see how small that targeting reticle is. Yeah, that's your normal targeting reticle with it. You can crouch to make it a little bit tighter, and of course use focus mode to make it even tighter. I still missed. Just 2 hits for a kill. Yeah, I like the wooden theme. I agree. Welcome in, King. Your username is new here. I don't know if you've been around before, but hi, welcome in. Glad to have you join us. Let's see. I should probably make some incendiary bolts. I did use a few. Now, my only problem with the Desert Eagle is the relatively limited ammo capacity. I think we only have a base of like 9 rounds in the magazine. So that's upgraded to like, what, 11 or 12 when you buy the extended mag for it. Andrew, got to head out? All right. Well, hey, thank you for being here. I do appreciate you being with us. Okay, and have I missed anything? All right. And yeah, we want to head down here near Copeland's camp and get this Nero injector. I just want to clear it off the map. We're on a new game plus, so we have all of the injectors unlocked anyway. I just want to clear that X off of the map. Yeah, the weapons on his back do require some suspension of disbelief, of course, but that's true in any video game, really. Most video games, I should say. All right, let's try the Desert Eagle on this deer. We'll let it zero in for a nice tight shot. Get off the bike because there's a fucking sniper up there. There we go. Now, some of y'all may not know this trick. If you shoot the sniper, you can kill the sniper easily enough. But sometimes his corpse will get stuck up there on that platform, and you are then completely unable to loot the corpse up there. You'll never be able to get the loot off of him. But if you shoot the platform out from under him, well, if you actually hit it, seriously, if you actually hit it,
One less ambush, yeah?
then he just falls. And then you can always get the loot from them. All right, let's try this Desert Eagle out. Okay. Trying to get headshots with it.
They're hit.
Oh, missed that one. Oh, that was pretty sick. Missed opportunity, huh? Ghostbusters. That is always who you call in case of emergencies. You know, unless it's an actual emergency and you need to call 911. That's different. Oh yeah, it would be cool if we could add a gore mod like on PC. I would like an increased dismemberment mod. I think that'd be cool. Oh, Melissa, okay. All right, we'll ease off the joke, sorry. I'm sure they really do mean well, though. Ooh, I bet we should hit this hidden loot location while we're here. Ah, dude, we're right here at a hidden loot location, and I ain't even stopped by. Hey, where's Nylon Girl at tonight? I wonder what she's up to. Got raiders here. Oh, that I felt like that should have been a headshot. Terribly expensive, yeah. Yeah, man, we needed to come up here. Of course, we don't have the up the ante, or no, not up the ante. What is it? Carry that weight. We don't have the carry that weight skill, so we can only carry like 3 of everything. Oh, damn, you still paying off an ambulance ride from years ago? Oh. Fucking Borislav. Okay, I've got to read this question out loud. Rex, I know you and your good lady are holding a convention on the 5th anniversary of Days Gone, but just wanting to know if you guys are doing anything live, or is it all like drinking and orgies? Like it's not drinking and orgies, but I honestly don't know. You're not the first person to ask. That's a great question. I don't know that we have any like live events planned, mostly just because there's going to be a lot of people there. We actually have a great turnout this year. We've got a lot more people coming than we expected initially. So we're going to have quite a few people there, and there will probably be people who aren't comfortable being on camera, or perhaps don't want to be on microphone or anything. So we'll definitely keep that in consideration, and try to take everybody's comfort level into account. Last year we recorded an episode of the podcast of just Days Gone fans sitting around talking about the game. That has not been released yet. The podcast has kind of lost steam for a little while. But we have that recorded and may release it in time. And we may do something like that. We may do like some gaming. Folks that are there with us might be gaming. Another consideration is the setup. Like we'll just be in a suite in a hotel room. So we're not going to have like our studio equipment. We're not going to have this fancy mic. We're not going to have the audio processing gear and our computer for the streaming software and stuff. So I don't really know that we'll be doing anything live, like any broadcast events. Very likely it will just be investing time into the folks who come to hang out with us. Just kind of hanging out with those folks. Doing stuff together as a group. I do know I don't have any live streams planned for Friday night. We won't be streaming Days Gone. I'll be hanging out with Days Gone fans instead. Oh, the bike's not where I normally leave it. Forgot I came into this camp from a different direction. At your job, they're trying to do a rendition of Footloose? Really? Again, what capacity? Y'all having a fucking talent show or something? Oh, Stickman, you got blamed for some stuff that was actually the person who was placing blame. It was actually their fault. You beat that motherfucker's ass. Don't take that shit. I'm kidding. I'm not actually advocating for physical assault. Man, I'm actually doing pretty good at my job. I feel like the boss has a pretty high opinion of me. I know I've been working really hard for them, trying to get noticed there. Because like many of you will already know, I'll start with the same disclaimer here. I live in Colorado, and in Colorado, cannabis is legal here. So it's perfectly legal for me, with the proper licensing, with the correct licenses, it is perfectly legal for me to work in the cannabis industry up here. But the company that I work for is really more like just a temp agency. What they do is they hire a group of people, and then they basically lease you out to whatever cannabis farm or grow op, whatever needs help at the time. Sometimes we'll just go out and help a place plant their crop. Sometimes we'll go out and help a place harvest their crop or trim the finished product, get it ready for sale, stuff like that. But it's basically just a temp service, and they move you around to whatever company needs help at that time. However, I have managed to get settled in at a place where they like to hang on to you if you're a good worker. And I have found out recently that this place that I'm working at, which I really like, by the way, I've found out recently that they like to shoot you off your bike. I found out that they do their hiring exclusively from folks who work for this company. So while I'm getting murdered by this fucking sniper and his henchmen, asshole buddies, trying to tell a fucking story here, you prick. So anyway, the farm that I'm working at, the cannabis grow op that I'm working at, they do their full-time hiring exclusively through this temp agency. So by coming in working for this temp agency, but working hard and getting noticed, I actually have a pretty good chance of getting hired on there full-time. And I feel like the boss has a pretty high opinion of me. Get along really well. I know I've been working really hard for them, and it's been noticed. So yeah, hopefully soon it'll pay off. They also pay better. Like if you work for the company full time rather than working for the temp service, they pay better. So I'm looking forward to that as well, because that's one thing about coming to work in the cannabis industry here. It is some of the hardest work I have ever done for some of the lowest pay I have ever made. But I like the work. I like what I'm doing, man. Like legit, I'm not just saying, oh, it's cool working in the cannabis industry. Like, no, I actually enjoy what I'm doing. There's kind of a zen to it. There's a very large mental aspect of it, which is just kind of getting into a zone and doing the work. You're all seeing this shit? 2 fucking sniper spawns right here in basically the same spot. Damn. They are trying to get me with a sniper today.
We'd just as soon shoot you as look at you.
I don't know that I've ever seen the 2 spawn right on top of each other. There's usually a survivor rescue down here. I guess they murdered all the survivors when I was, yeah, that's your survivors right there. They must have murdered the survivors when I was making noise killing the other sniper. Wow. Well, that's new. But yeah, I mean, I actually really like the work that I'm doing. Like even the least desirable job up there, what we call defoliating, where you're plucking off the little fan leaves. Most of you will at least know the wide pot leaf looking leaves. At a certain point in the plant's growth, those are actually detrimental to the plant. It just kind of doesn't need them anymore. And you end up removing those so that the plant can then put more energy into producing buds. And the process of defoliating the plant and removing those fan leaves, it's pretty fucking tedious. Especially if they're large plants that are really bushy. It can take forever to... Oh, there he... Goddamn, he was right there on top of me. No wonder I didn't see him. Anyway, it can take forever to work your way up the plant, removing all of those little leaves. It's actually kind of stressful, and a lot of my coworkers hate doing it. Like, they get in a pissy mood. If you tell some of my coworkers, hey, you're defoliating today, go pluck the leaves off these plants, they get all fucking pissy about it. I'm like, motherfucker, you are plucking leaves off of a plant. You take your bitching to somebody else's ears. You hear me? And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Some people's kids. Like, this is the easiest work you could possibly be doing. It's just kind of tedious. So what I do is I just put some earbuds on. I put my earbuds in. I'm watching Claire's live stream, or at least listening to it. I'm listening to an audiobook. I'm jamming to some good music, man. I'll be in there all the time, just fucking bobbing my head and jamming and plucking leaves off and just having a great fucking day. Like, how do people get upset about that? That's easy work. And like I said, it's kind of a Zen thing. You get your mind in that zone of just, well, I've got enough work to keep me busy for the whole day. I might as well just stay busy. And next thing you know, you've finished an entire row and it's like, oh, wow, I didn't realize I was so close to being done. Holy shit. And then next thing you know, it's quitting time. You know? It's like, how do people get pissed off about that? Oh, this should be an easy jump for us. It's an early game jump and we've got the maxed out bike, right? Just sail right across it. But yeah, that's like one of the least, like probably the most hated job that we do up there. Many of my coworkers just fucking hate doing it, and I don't understand why it's such a problem. Maybe it's a perspective thing. Just I'm still just kind of enjoy being there. Like, hey, I work in the cannabis industry, man. Like, yeah, it's hard work and it's low pay, but I like what I'm doing.
Done.
I'm in better shape now too. Like I was already like I am a person who exercises. I work out fairly often. But now having gone to work for this company where I'm like really using my body all day at work, I've gotten in even better shape. Like I was just pure coincidence, wasn't even really looking, but I saw my back in the mirror the other day and I was like, God damn, dude. Like my back and shoulders are like fucking ripped. I'm like, when did that happen? All right. We have one last Nero injector in the Cascades here. So we're going to run up. This highway just pretty much takes us all the way up there. No. Okay. Go that way. Anyway, let me take a moment to catch up with the chat. I've just been sitting here fucking talking. Ain't even reading the chat. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, Gary, absolutely who you work with makes the day go by sometimes, yeah. Joe, what is that? Motherfucker was legit like, there is no way we made it Mary Jane. It's got to be something else. What? Dude, short round, you have folks getting sued at the company? Oh, no. Darian Starr is with us. Evening, everyone. Just got home from your sister's wedding rehearsal. Right on. Welcome in. Doug A is with us. Hey, Doug, what's up, man? Yeah. A lot of folks just have no idea what real work is. Never been in a hole in the mud, raining. Yeah, slicing fiber optics. Yeah, right. Trying to work with your hands in the cold, doing fine work and stuff. That is a killer fucking shot. I'm sorry. I want to get brakes. There we go. I love having the brake light lit up for some reason. The rain and the fog. Oh, shit. That's a good one right there. The little signpost off in the distance. All right. This is going to get a little bit weird for a second. I'm going to turn the perspective to 90 degrees. I'm going to make a cell phone wallpaper. This wallpaper is going to be available on the Days Gone subreddit. So I'll post this. Once I get this made, I'll post it on the Days Gone subreddit here in the next day or so. And this will be a free wallpaper. You guys are welcome to use this. But here's the weird thing. When I have it tilted like this, I have to turn my head to keep the perspective straight. It's the only way I can do it. Something like that. What do you think? Let's zoom in that field. Oh, wrong button. Let's zoom in that field of view a little bit. Back it off some. I like to back it out as far as I can and then dial in the field of view, especially if I'm doing a close-up shot like this. And then I'll change the focal distance to exactly where I want it, which will mostly be just to make sure Deacon and the bike are in good, clean focus. About right there. And then what I'll do is I'll open up the aperture to let the surrounding area come into focus. Just where I want it. Like, I don't want it like hyper focus where everything is clear. I want the trees a little bit foggy. Something like that. So your eyes instantly focus on Deacon as the center of focus. Yeah, here we go. That's pretty nice. Hey, babe. I like the fog. I'm trying to get it with like the fog and the signpost and shit off in the distance. Oh, yeah, that's the one right there. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's good stuff, huh? Okay. And now let's have a look at kind of changing up the... Hello. Are you okay? Oh, I did that. I just knocked a stool over. We're okay.
Me.
I rolled the chair to the side and I booty bumped the stool beside us. Sorry. Anyway, so I want to mess around with the colors a little. That's really washed out looking though. I bet if we add some contrast, that might clean that up. Not really. That doesn't look that good. I don't like it. All right, we'll go to a different preset. Warm is nice. I'm rather fond of that one. Still want that sign in there. I'll just do a couple more of these. I won't spend the whole night in photo mode, I promise. I could spend the whole night in photo mode, but I won't. Another one I like is Vivid. A lot of my images that I make in Days Gone are from the Vivid preset. There we go. And then, of course, I'll edit the images later so it's turned the correct direction. All right. And I learned that trick from Kevin McAllister, also known as Viking Dad. He was hugely influential in getting the Days Gone subreddit started and really getting a Days Gone community started. He even had his own blog for a while, the Broken Road blog, where he would do photo mode images and like share them on there. And the dude now works for Bend Studio as their, what is his title there, babe? Community, what is it? Community manager. Yeah, he does like a lot of their social media stuff. We're going the wrong way again. Stupid survival with no mini-map. Anyway, but yeah, we were watching a live stream, or Kevin, now that he works for Bend, he does live streams with Bend fairly often. As, you know, streaming as Bend Studio. And he did one night where he was giving photo mode tips. And that's where I learned that one. Can we even get there this way? I hate the Cascades. I always get lost in the Cascades. Here we go. White King Mine is where we're headed. We're just going to get this last Nero injector up here. And I reckon we'll head into Belknap and start clearing the map over there. You see, we had cleared this horde in just the last episode, but I do not believe that we grabbed the Nero injector. Oh, I just saw the stream like blink out for a second there. Now there's only 18 people watching. What the hell? Did it maybe start buffering and kick some folks, or was that just being boring and people stopped watching?
A Nero beacon inside the mine. Yeah, a Nero injector.
Lost picture and sound. Okay, you didn't get kicked, but it's buffering. Okay. Had to restart and reconnect. Yeah, I figured that must be what happened. Folks got kicked or something. You got an ad roll. Well, the stream didn't end, but you got an ad roll. Yeah, shit. All right. Yeah, every time you rejoin, it'll throw another ad at you, but it should be set where we only have like a mid-roll ad after the fact or when you first come in. Yeah, I see that the stream is kind of jittery looking over there, like we got dropped frames maybe. Well, shit. May go ahead and shut it down here in a minute. I don't have anything else special planned that I wanted to show you tonight. We're just playing for fun, hanging out. Stream went to commercial a couple of times and it keeps kicking you. Well, shit. Yeah, I mean, we're still live. Keeps kicking you. Okay. Well, well, well. All right, let's head over here to this Nero checkpoint. And we'll be set up for the next stream, and we'll go ahead and start shutting it down. Boop. Tactical stop. Yeah, I reckon we can shut it down where we started at, because we started at this Nero checkpoint, didn't we? Things have come full circle. Make a save game. Leave her sitting. Yeah, just like that. All right, so I've had enough of YouTube shit. And I need to say hello to Dan DeMan. What other games do you like to play? I'm really having fun with Dragon's Dogma right now. I'm playing Dragon's Dogma 2 on Mondays and Wednesdays, and well, pretty much every time I have an opportunity to play it in between there. So I'm really enjoying that. But I'm also a big nerd for Doom 2016, Skyrim, Fallout, like all of the Elder Scrolls games, Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, and then Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4. Lots of stuff like that. Baldur's Gate 3 is one I really enjoy. I never got to finish playing it, but I really enjoy it. The Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games. So yeah, there's a short list of my favorites. All right. Yeah, we can't get the stream back live. It's delayed by over 2 minutes. Yeah, I think YouTube servers are freaking out and having some problems. So yeah, we are going to go ahead and shut it down for the evening. It's Friday night, man. Y'all go have some fun. Play some Days Gone. Drink something yummy. Play some Days Gone. Hug your kids. Hug your spouse. Whatever. Let folks close to you know that you love them. Right? All right, man. I'm out of here. Love you guys. We'll see y'all next time.